what I'm noticing now is like, now that I'm separated, I'm on my own, I'm like Miss Independent, right? So it's like,
you're an adult,
right? So it's like, before I had that security, but now I gotta make sure things get done. I don't have that blanket to fall back on, right? So I feel like with the disconnection that I'm seeing right now with myself, with, you know, dating, is that it's hard for me to let that up. That independence, like, you know, that black man, he wants you to, you know, be submissive. Oh, he wants to be the leader, but it's like, I'm not willing to give that. Like, I'm not willing to allow you to lead me. Like, you really have to show me.
And then it's
way though.
Like,
was
you know,
was
like
you that in your last relationship?
What, like a leader?
Submissive?
Was it?
huh? All right, welcome back to another episode of Daily Wrap Up Crew. No booger, but I go by the name of Eli. As always, you got Ace with us.
Yes, indeed. Your boy A. Shout out to USA. Now I'm from Caribbean, but shout out to the FBAs. You heard?
Okay. Listen, no Jew. You already know what to do.
You know what he doing. You know what he do. You know what I mean?
That's the secret. Like, they gotta read in between the lines. Like, listen, we got Rich filling in for Jew today. Rich, let me know where they can follow you at.
What's going on? It's your boy MX Rich. MX Rich on Instagram and on YouTube. Ranting with Rich, one word. Shout out to my Haitians. Shout out to my New Yorkers.
Gotcha.
Listen, we got some special guests with us. Ladies, let them know where they can follow you at.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Takima Hayes on Instagram. And yeah.
Reese at Taste My Swag on all platforms.
Listen, before we get into these first topics, make sure y'all join the Patreon. If y'all watching this on Patreon, y'all got this episode way before it went to public on any platform. If y'all watching this on YouTube or any other platform, join the Patreon. Link in the description. You get early access to all of our videos. We got new content we working on. We got exclusive live streams. We got exclusive merches that we designing. Listen, join the Patreon. Link in the description. And cop the merch, dailyrapupcrew.co. This first topic I want to get into says, how far is too far when it comes to family? Whose topic was this? Oh, okay. Yeah. Can you explain?
Yes,
can you explain this topic?
Okay, so I feel like when we get into situations in terms of like loyalty, betrayal, or even money, when it comes to family, we let things slide. For example, let's say you go into business with a family member and they rob you. You get what I'm saying? Because
they rob you guys.
Yeah,
crazy.
You know, family extortion, however you want to call it. You get what I'm saying? But just to get straight to the point, let's say they rob you. Now, for that family member, depending on even who the family member is, you might give them a chance or oblige. You get what I'm saying? It don't have to be. It don't got to result in any real consequence. Maybe a simple cutoff. Yeah. Whereas if it's just a friend or someone in passing, then you might take it there. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially if it's a certain amount, you may be willing to risk certain things. So my thing is, how far are you willing to take it when it comes to taking it far with family? Like where's the line when it comes to that?
So where's the line for you?
For me, when it comes to like my character, you get what I'm saying? Because that's something that I really work hard for and I work on. So I feel like if you trying to come at my character, then that's an insult to my livelihood, what I stand for. And then, yeah.
You mean like if somebody like spreading false information about you, like lies and stuff like that? You know what I
mean? No, not really, because that stuff can get ignored. I feel like real recognize real. I'm not in that place where I'll be like explaining myself. But I mean, like business-wise, if you see that this is what I'm doing to make money and this is like working for me, and then you're like in the way of that, you trying to block clients, and you get what I'm saying, or you trying to do the same thing I'm doing, then it's like, you know what I'm saying? If it was a friend, then yeah, it would have been up and stuck. But for family, it's like, I'd rather just let you go. But now I'm starting to not think the same way anymore. And that's been the topic lately. Like other people, they don't care, family or not. You get what I'm saying? That's what they say, fuck it.
For sure.
So I'm wondering if everyone has the same perspective.
Hey,
all right. I mean, I definitely can understand what Reese is talking about. I feel like the point where it's like way too far gone is like with the repeated disrespect. Like, I warn you once, I warn you twice. Like, I'm not going to keep giving you the benefit of the doubt because I actually give you more than I afford to others. So it's like family's supposed to be a safe space. When you no longer feel safe within that family, then all bets is off. Like, you got to go because you crossed a line there's no coming back from. This is no longer a safe space for me. I should be able to go to my family when all else is kicking my ass. Like, when I got beef with this, or I'm having a hard time with this, you supposed to ground me. You supposed to be there for me. But if I don't have that type of reciprocity from my family, and they keep crossing boundaries, disrespecting, assassinating character, I can't keep going with it. Like, you going too far for me.
In all reality, I genuinely feel like the line with family is a very fickle situation. I wouldn't do much with family, period. I think a lot of times, even with like certain close friends, it's the same thing. Like, you have to be very mindful of the fact that things can go left very easily when it comes to if you're talking about business, as you were referring to, and to just keep them separate. In my opinion, I think it's best to keep them separate. Because I think family feels as though they have the right to violate more than somebody else because they are family. And as a result, it can lead to sour situations where it's like, you putting me in a compromising situation where it's like, because you're my family, you expect me not to react to this. But you're, like you said, if you've jeopardizing my livelihood, I need to react in some manner.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I think keeping them separate. I've had multiple situations where I engage in some type of business venture with close friends and family, and it never turns out good. So that's what I have.
Lesson learned.
Never?
Like close friends? I mean, I'm not saying that it ruins the friendships. It's just more so, let's say you a workhorse and you start a business with a group of friends. You a workhorse, but your friends they don't have the same mindset that you do. Resentment builds up. When you working your ass off and they not, like it's so much other factors that come into it when it's people that's close to you, because you're like, this is for us. Why are you not going as hard as I'm going? Or I heard you hating?
Why you hating?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Or I heard you said this about me. And it's like, you saying this could affect me in this way. But only reason you have this information is because you're so goddamn close to me.
That part.
Keep it away, you know what I mean? So that's how I feel on it.
Okay. What's your thoughts, Ace?
Me personally, I got a system that goes all the way around. No matter who you are, I think the only person that's exempt from cutoff in my life is my mom. That's it. Like, I don't think she could do. She probably got the golden diamond pass. Like, there's nothing she could do that would make me not still go back to her at the end of the day. But anybody else, easy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I make what I feel strongly about very clear to you. You know what I'm saying? And
so is it a multiple violation? Then that's when you cut them off, or is it like a one time?
Now it depends on who it is. Because if you're close to me, so you only getting one chance. Know what I mean? You should know this by now. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to explain this to you. But if it's somebody new and I ain't had the chance to explain it to you, I might give you another chance. Because now you know. So I'm gonna see what you do with that information.
Like,
but if you
don't spill the liquor on the carpet again.
Right, like if you was to spill it again, you gotta get the fuck out, man. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like the people closest to me, they should know what makes me tick and how I'm gonna feel about this and how I'm gonna react to it. So you doing this, you know in the back of your head, he not gonna like this, and you still did it. You know what I mean? So I say less. You know
No, I agree with everybody. What Rich said was, I think you were right, but I feel that way about family too. As far as when people like family, you feel like they would try you more because they feel like you might give them a pass, whatever the case is, or he gonna look out for me or whatever the case is. That's how we almost feel about like black-owned businesses. That's how I kind of look at that. It's like motherfuckers always asking for a discount, and it's like y'all niggas wasn't trying. Damn, my fault. Y'all wasn't trying to give no Ralph. Y'all wasn't trying to get a Ralph Lauren a discount from nobody else. Right. When it comes to us, y'all already know we can't buy in bulk like the rest of these other brands. Like so we can't get it cheaper. So now you want us to actually take a loss because you feel like, oh, you my people. You're supposed to look at that. That's our family. They take advantage of certain situations, so they might not have your best interest because they don't see it as, oh, it ain't gonna bother them, or like he family, he ain't gonna turn the other cheek or whatever. Pause. But yeah, so I think there is a multiple like repeated offenses. I feel like, you know what I mean.
But that's why I think communication has to be clear. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing business or if I'm even something as simple as lending money, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, this is you asking like you gonna pay this back, or this is like I'm just giving you this. You know
that's a good. That's
yeah,
a good point. That's a good point.
I gotta know.
Just to answer to the original name of the topic, what's the line for me?
Yeah.
The line for me, honestly, and the thing is, we can say it's the line, but because it's family, we often let people cross that line off. All the time.
We give them more grace.
Yeah, we give them a lot more grace. But the line for me in most situations would be like you said, you try to defame my name, you try to defame my character,
Right?
You know what I mean? Or like you trying to sabotage what I got going on.
That part.
Like calling my business little.
Right.
All those different things is all examples of like you know what I mean? Like all those things should be like, all right.
You don't fuck with me like that.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
That part.
Yeah.
And you cut them off for your little business? You cut them off for your little business?
Yeah, my little business. Like, I see you with your little podcast. I'm not cutting you off, but I'm definitely gonna look at it as like, because I know people.
I'm cutting you off.
Yeah,
damn.
I know people have that vernacular when they say little just because, and don't understand that it's very diminishing when you say something like that. But
well, see something like that. I might give a little grace.
Yeah.
And also might depend on who says it, I guess.
You might not understand how I feel about that. So
Right.
I might tell you like I ain't gonna take too much more of them littles. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You might have to change your vocabulary because when you talk about my shit. You know what I'm saying?
But do you feel like family should get more grace than other people?
Yeah, I don't know.
So that's why it's a topic, because when in our community, when we have these conversations, it's like it can't be done. But we watch it be done in other communities.
What you mean it can't be done? The cutoff?
Not that, but
The line?
doing business, being loyal, you know what I'm saying? Actually building, like it could be done. It's all just, I want to say right now, environmental.
I'll say this: when it comes to business, I feel like if you are the brain behind it, I think you should need to get it started and have your path first before you involve your friends. You get so much disappointment when you deal with family and friends. You get like it's like I had this idea and I think it's gonna make us gain riches, whatever. It's gonna be beneficial to us. And when family members or friends don't engage in it the way that you are engaging in it, that leads to like I'm speaking from a place of like experience. You know what I mean? Like and I think like you're right. It can be done. Yeah. I just think that you have to have a certain set mind, and you have to have it at least off the ground a little bit so that people can see the vision. Because sometimes trying to show people the vision and build it with them doesn't always work, in my opinion.
I'm gonna tell you why you shouldn't give them no extra passes, bro. Like
I'm with you.
You don't choose your family.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Your family could be the most disgusting, you know what I mean, criminals in the world. So you giving these people who you know these things, these chances, and that's just giving them extra room to be who they are. You know what I'm saying?
You already know that those are your boundaries.
And I think
know you don't like
and I think because of that line, that's why it doesn't work, because they think they got that extra pass. They think they got that extra. You know what I mean?
Special.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the reason that it works in other ethnicities is because they set that boundary. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, yo, if you fuck up, you out of here. I don't care who you are.
You were my brother, but I gotta let you go.
They allow people to set the boundaries. They collectively agree to respect them and accept them. You get what I'm saying? Like, so yes, communication is key, but understanding is the other part. I'm great at communicating, but not everyone understands me. You get what I'm saying? And for a while, I was taking that as like a reflection on me. But you have to really meet people where they're at. Yeah. And a lot of people are not aware of where they're at or honest about where they're at. So that is the big disconnect.
Are you good at communicating or communicating effectively? Because I feel like those are two different things.
Yeah, no, I know how to communicate effectively.
Okay.
I think part of communicating effectively is knowing what you want first. And that's the start of every conversation. So yeah, I could absolutely do it. It's just like I said, how I would talk to you may be different from how I talk to one of my friends or like somebody that I meet in passing, because I know how to gauge.
But you say a lot of people don't understand you?
I'm not going to say a lot of people, but I'm just saying that I'm a person that is often misunderstood. I have my own opinions. I think differently about a lot of things.
Yeah.
And being honest, I was taking it like, damn, it's me. But no, it's people. They haven't had enough experience. They don't have the same awareness that I have.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that sounds like some real like ego shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it's me. It ain't me. It's y'all. Y'all the motherfuckers that ain't experienced. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because I was about to say it.
So here's the thing, right? It's a talent to be able to have many perspectives. A lot of people only share one. Sure. So it's not ego. It's just that I know, because I've done so many things, that I can be able to, I guess, relate. You get what I'm saying? I'm able to relate. That's what makes it easier for me.
I was gonna say, if you constantly misunderstood, I mean, it might have to be something you got to change. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not consistently. It's just me being fair.
Okay,
you get what I'm saying? Especially about things like this, like these topics that I'm having with you. Some people would misunderstand that. You guys are in agreement to what I'm saying right now. So this is a prime example of stuff that I'm talking about. Because
I think we're in agreement because of the fact that we all have entrepreneurial endeavors,
right?
And as a result of that. So her miscommunication, people misunderstanding her is not a result of, she said it right. It's not a result of her not communicating effectively. It's a result of them not having experience, like she said.
Right.
If you don't have entrepreneurial endeavors and have dealt with friends and family where they've let you down, you may not understand why she may have cut somebody off. Because that's not, in your mind, it's like, why would I ever cut my cousin off? My first cousin, you know what I mean? But if you've been in business with your first cousin and he never does the shit right the way it's supposed to be, you know what I mean? So I get where she's coming from.
Okay.
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be 3 of us today.
That's a fact.
See, there you go.
It's going to be a cousin.
A cousin.
I got you, Reese. I got you.
Listen, let me get to this next topic.
You heard that, cousin.
Oh, motherfuckers start doing subs in here, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Take up more space. You don't need 3.
Would you rather be rich and lonely or broke and loved?
I feel like this. Money can buy you comfort, right?
Right.
But it ain't going to buy you that real connection. They going to fake that funk. You ain't going to get that real connection with a person, right? So, yeah, I'm going to have to say I want that connection.
Say it.
I said it.
No. Say what you want me. 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 Yeah. She said,
you okay with being broke?
I'm gonna choose that connection. Yeah.
I might choose that. Yeah.
She's not gonna say it.
Yeah.
What's the second option? Not rich, but what is it?
Broke
Rich,
and
right.
loved.
Broken loved. Yeah.
You'll be broken loved.
I'm rich and loved.
Why is that? What?
Rich and loved.
I mean,
Rich and love.
It's all about mindset.
Okay.
What you choose to reach?
I'm going to choose love. Because I feel like that's what we're here for.
Okay.
You know what? I wasn't expecting that answer from you.
I wasn't expecting that.
No.
You know what it is? Because a lot of times, and this is just us generalizing, we have done this show a lot, and women seem to prioritize money more than everything. Like, you know what I mean? So they like, yo, fuck the love. I'd rather be rich and like I could be the rich auntie. A lot of women, women will rather be the rich auntie than the broken in love, and they equate to struggle love and stuff like that. So I thought y'all was gonna go the rich auntie route. So I wasn't.
If you've truly been loved, if you had a chance to experience that, that's the feeling that you want to keep going. It's not something that you will understand it can't be bought. You get what I'm saying? So. And then also, like, these are people that probably didn't really have anything. So it's like, if I never had money, of course I don't want money.
Wow, okay, that's very I'm shocked. Like, yo, goddamn, fellas,
now your name Rich. What you mean? Your name Rich. So what you going with?
Hey, Rich.
Well, in all reality, if I can, just to answer your question, I'd rather be broke and in love. But I want to ask a question. Can you really be rich and lonely?
Of course.
Yes. You know how much rich people commit suicide?
Yeah.
You know how much rich people are miserable?
I feel like if you lead with money, yes, you can be lonely.
There's a difference between being alone and being lonely.
I agree. Right. I agree. And I'm trying to tell you, if you lead with money, you will be lonely. But I can be rich, not lead with money, and not be lonely.
Why?
That ain't not a choice.
That ain't a choice.
These stipulations, like, you know what I mean? Like,
See?
Because they're gonna eventually
This how
gonna
y'all
know you
arguments
got
be?
money, and they gonna
a little spring loophole. Loophole in there real quick. Like, yo.
Yo, listen,
But was I wrong?
I should have been a politician. I swear to God.
you would have made it big.
For sure, like it would be. That can have the best of both worlds. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Ace, what's your thoughts?
I mean, I tried broke in the love already. Now, so I'm gonna go with rich and I'm gonna go with rich and lonely. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
At least
I'm like a lot of people. I mean, I enjoy my company. You know what I'm saying?
For the short amount of time you have.
Yeah, I'm.
You don't care if it's not real, right?
Give
You
me
just want
the
the
money.
company. You
Just give me my money. That's it.
Money
It was definitely
The
you that
riches in
said
the company.
that you said the MAGA panties. Now I remember. Like it was you. Like
I
for
ain't never
sure.
seen
Like
that shit.
yeah, it was you for 100%. Like you know what I mean.
I think it
like,
was you actually.
Nah, I got the audio. I'll put it. I'll put it in the video.
You want to put it back?
I'll put it in the
You
video.
want to put it back?
Listen, we gonna play the video. Like, you gonna owe me too much money. You gonna owe me too much
Yo,
money. Like, you know what I'm
if y'all don't
saying?
know, the lie in Eli is real. Know what I'm saying? He lies all the time. Know what I'm saying? He lies all the time.
Yo, check the reaction video, man. Just stay tuned for that. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I think myself for sure. I'm picking the broken and love, man. I feel like love is so powerful, man. Like you know what I mean? Like. I think we get too caught up, especially because we live in America, it's such a capitalistic society. So we equate material goods with like happiness, and like I don't think that's true. Like I think it's a false, sense of happiness. Like you feel like you got all this money, your problems go away, but like Big said, more money, more problems. Like rich people be the most stressed, like you said, it's committing suicide and all this other craziness. So yeah, for sure,
Shit. Every time I have money, I've been happy. I don't know what y'all talk about. Man.
You ain't have it long enough, or you need it more. You need to have more. You need to have it long enough.
I want them problems.
Watch the happiness fade away.
Rich nigga problems and broke nigga problems. Damn.
Yeah, that's two shots.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie, broke people don't got problems.
Broke people got problems for sure.
You ever been to the islands?
I was on
you
the
ever been
bottom?
to the Caribbean islands?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, they don't have the most, but they live a good life. They smiling every day. They come home to their families, and they live a good life.
Yeah, the countries with the highest happy index, like meter, like aren't the most richest. Like it's not Dubai and it's not America, it's not UK. Like you know,
but the economy and their government is also not all about money.
I understand where y'all coming from, and I said like a lot of people don't know how to be by themselves. You know what I'm saying? I love myself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't love themselves. You know what I'm saying? I love myself. I could not talk to another person for the rest of the year. I'll be fine. You know what I'm saying?
he said I could buy a new set of veneers every single day.
I'm going against life by choosing to be alone. Like, yeah, you supposed to be alone.
Lonely. Not alone, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely different. It's different.
I can have my little, you know what I mean?
Also choosing a life without love. So what's it for?
I mean,
He said the money
Kim, you got kids?
suffice.
I don't got a kids.
Do we sound like a person that got kids? Like,
You are heading down the path too.
It depends on the day you ask me.
Listen.
Today, maybe. Yeah.
That's what my son.
Yeah, he showed me the son taking the shades off. I was like, yeah. I'm like, I want my son to take some shades
See,
off.
look, and this is why I got Ace, because he gonna be the rich one. I'm gonna be broken in love, and I'm asking for money. Like you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be good. Like
I'm like, here, peasant.
fuck it. Like I'm in love and I'm getting the money. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
you
like
win-win. You win-win.
You know,
got
Gotta
the
be rich
connection
aunties
the
and rich uncles in the world. You know what I mean? I'm here.
they do be spoiling the kids though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, they need a little spoiling every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think anybody. I don't think. At the end of the day, I don't think you could be rich and lonely. I don't think you could be broke and in love. How you broken in love? Who loving you while you broke?
Broke is really a mindset.
Oh, okay.
But
I respect that.
It depends on your definition of broke, though. Broke could be, you know what I mean? Your bills is paid, but y'all don't got money to go out every week.
I mean the real sense of broke.
We should know this. We have conversations with women. Broke is if you're not making $300K a year. Like you know what I'm saying? So
You don't make
you making 70, 80,000 a year. You broke to them. Like so.
We can't go on vacation next week.
Those are women
Broke.
that don't have credit cards, probably secure cards or something like that. You get what I'm saying? You gotta really dig deeper.
That's a fact.
Now you talking about like y'all both homeless and in love, and then you know.
I mean,
Now
it
that's different. But
it got some
you
homeless
ever seen
people.
them crackhead couples?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They be in love.
They be in love.
I'm talking like
I don't.
They be like,
They be so out of their
come-
mind. I don't know
I'ma
if they
take you out of
realize
this.
that they in love. They just
It don't
like
matter.
they be like in love. You know what I mean?
they be doing a couple of arm around each other and shit. Like
Right?
Listen, let me get to this next topic, man. Right, if y'all watch it on YouTube or any other platform outside of Patreon, make sure you hit that like button, man, if y'all enjoying the conversation. This next topic, what's the biggest disconnect between black men and black women?
Y'all told me y'all realized it was a disconnect in the community. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to know, what did y'all think was the biggest disconnect that we have?
Y'all said y'all didn't realize it was a disconnect?
No, they realized.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Well, part of it is some of the stuff that are the experiences that you guys had. Because you said a second ago that ladies, came here and was like, you need to make $300,000. That's not everyone.
I'll give you a perfect example. We had a woman on the show. She said making $1,000 a week is broke.
Would you date a guy that don't have no money, but he treats you so good?
I'm not gonna date a guy just because he has money.
No, he has no money. Like everything's.
It's like dating a bum. Like, I'm not gonna date a bum,
but he treats you well. And then again, he make ends meet.
Why do?
But if you see a guy, he's mentally like there.
He broke, but he making ends meet.
He has a 9-to-5, but he barely making. He make $1,000 a week. That's nothing.
$1,000 a week is a lot of money. That's $4,000 a month.
After taxes, is $800.
That's not broke.
That's not a broke nigga.
See, that's broke.
That's broke.
Okay,
that's not broke.
Oh yeah.
And how much did she make though?
Well, she didn't reveal that, but she said making $1,000. She said that's broke. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we like that's good money. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
experience. If you really
is that good money? That's
how hard it is to make.
That's $24,000 a year.
$1,000 a week.
A week.
A week?
Yeah, a week.
$4,000 a month.
Yeah.
12 months.
That's 48.
48,000. Pardon me.
Yeah, that ain't broke. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That ain't broke, but I mean, where they live in New York?
Well, it depends on where they live. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
But a lot of people in New York don't make that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't make $1,000 a week,
right.
bro. Like, you know what I mean?
You're right.
Like,
They make
motherfuckers winning scratch lottery tickets to try to get, you know what I mean? Like,
30,
First of all,
30K.
I mean, now that we do the math, whatever, but even if that's after taxes, that's all right. No, you know what I mean? No, I mean, that's all right.
You can't live anywhere but your parents' house at that point. I'm just being real.
$1,000 a week.
$1,000 a week. That's not. I'm just.
It doesn't. Yeah, especially if you got car note, car insurance.
You can't even have a phone really.
You have to
nah. You got to be able to budget for 100%.
You have to have a second.
You gotta be on a budget, but I think you could make it on.
Now it depends on the lifestyle that you want to have.
Okay.
Living like that. You get what I'm saying? So $1,000 a week means that you have a roommate. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that you live by yourself.
I feel like we're losing the topic.
Yeah, let's get back.
I feel like we're losing the topic.
Okay.
The disconnect. Right?
Yes.
Right.
I think that it's important. This platform is putting more perspectives out there because not everyone shares those ideas that you guys had experienced.
Right.
So there's absolutely a disconnect. What the disconnect is, I'm not really sure. I don't know, but we start with having this conversation.
For sure.
I like that.
What about you, Hazel?
So conflicted, honestly, because when we're talking about this topic, the thing that comes to like the forefront is like I had an ex, right, who told me about his mother and how she had to struggle. She had to do such and such amounts of jobs so that way, she could make do and stuff like that. And I feel like he was projecting that onto me. Like, I should have those same ideologies. Like, I should want to overwork myself. I should want to have to go to work from sun up to sun down. Like, that should just be the normal. Like, I want to live in my femininity. Like, I want to be a woman. I want to eventually, like, bring life into this world. I cannot bring life into this world when I'm working 2 jobs and I'm, having to live up to this standard because you've seen your mother do it. That doesn't mean that that's how it should be. Like, as a man, you should want to make sure that your woman is able to just be a woman.
How would you, if you could use one word to define that disconnect, what would you call that?
I
Trauma.
honestly don't know a word. If you know one, help me out.
Trauma.
Okay, there we go. Right? It's like I'm doing my part, but like it's like you want me to live up to that.
He wants you to have 3 or 4 jobs.
Yes, like you want, but you don't have 3 or 4 jobs, right? But you want me to go, oh, you should pick up a side job. Oh, you should do this. Like, why?
I find that hard to believe. I'm not discounting you.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just saying I ain't never heard of those.
Okay,
3 or
so
4
here,
jobs.
let me help her rephrase it. It's the same as what do you bring to the table on 50-50. Now, let's say you make $1,000 a week, but she only make $250 and you want her to match you. So then what, you get what I'm saying? Like it's other ways around it. It's just she her experience is that, but that's what's happening now. Yeah. Like, guys are wanting a money match. That's how I take it as. What do you bring to the table? Because why would you ask a woman that knowing all those things already? You get what I'm saying?
We don't know that. That's why we are asking those questions. Like,
but so here's the thing, right?
I can't just say give them birth because some women can't even give birth. So does that make them less of a woman because they can't give birth?
Asking a woman what she brings to the table is like you guys asking a lady, oh, so what type of guy you like? Because then you could say whatever the fuck you want. You're supposed to use your discernment and learn to see.
Do you go into an interview and you ask the employer to use their discernment?
What do you mean by that?
When you go into an interview, they're gonna ask you questions to see if you best suited for this position, right?
True.
Well, that's a different. So here's the thing with that, and that's like not really a good example because we talk about relationships.
Relationship is dating. It's a job. It's a form of interviewing. That is a form of interviewing.
It's a very good analogy.
You can't. So with the job, you can act. The veil can come on and off.
People act
when you're dating.
That's the same thing in relationships, Reese.
People put on a front all the time.
Here's the thing.
You don't really know a person.
Allow me to speak for myself.
My fault. Go ahead. Go ahead.
On the job, you may be able to fool me for those 8 hours, but someone I sleep with can't.
That's a lie.
They fool
myself.
No.
That's a lie.
It's literally called representatives in relationships.
We literally had women come on this show and say they was with men for years. I didn't know him. No, I mean, they can fool you.
But then you have me who's been single for a while because I'm not with the shit.
What's it called when a person presents one way and then, is it love bombing?
Yeah, that's a form of it. Yeah, that's a form of it.
Because they present like, oh, this is what I like. This is what I'm into, right?
That's a representative.
And then they do what you tell them you're into only to later find out
that's not them.
Not you.
Yeah.
Or the same way that women.
Yes, there will be signs, but that still doesn't negate the fact that he pretended to be this way, and he's actually
the same way men get married, and then their wife do a whole 360. Now they don't cook, they not fucking you every week no more. I mean, it's the same shit. Like people hide their real selves until they get what they want. Like that's the same thing with jobs. And you go to a job, you dress up in your nicest suit. I mean, you put on your most proper voice.
Right.
I mean, you go in there. Yes, I will work holidays. I will work this. I mean, they hire you. Christmas come up. I thought I was working Christmas.
It's calling out mad times, and it's just like it's no different from when women come on these dates and they have every right to ask man all these what's your credit score, where you work, and all this stuff. Like there's no pushback. Like damn, she already asking me what my credit score, where I work at. Like it's the same. It's the same thing. Like both people are vetting.
I would have to see for myself.
But that's how you hold. This how you hold people accountable. Their words and their action is how you hold them accountable. If it's just their actions, then it's gonna. Well, I never said I was going to do that. Like so, let me hear what you're gonna say, and then let me see if you're gonna match your words is gonna match with your actions. I don't think there's a problem with it because you're vetting each other. And nobody wants to waste their time. And I'm not saying you got to come with this, I'm gonna do this X, Y, and Z. But it's like, damn, if y'all don't even want to answer the question remotely, then it's like, all right, so you want me to waste? So it's okay for me to waste my time getting to know you, and it turn out like you just a fuck girl. Well, not you. I'm just saying in general. But like, it's bad for me to waste your time and do X, Y, and Z. I could be a fuck boy and all this other stuff. Like, we got to learn to vet each other accordingly. And that might sound like, what do you bring to the table? Like,
so this is a prime example of how I said sometimes I get misunderstood, right? Mm-hmm. Because I'm gonna choose another way to explain what I meant, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say I'm trying to like pursue you, or you pursuing me. You get what I'm saying? You ask me on a date. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? If you ask me or you ask me on a date, I'm not gonna get to the date and be like, oh, so what do you like about me? Or why did you choose me for this date? Because I know that it's something that you see in me or saw in me, and that's why we're here. Now, I would give it time to allow you to show me what it is that you like. It will be signs. Instead of me asking you, what do you like? It'll be something, maybe you compliment my smile, my teeth, my things. Like, I pay attention to things that people don't often pay attention to. So for me, because I am the way I am, and I'm so like on the front table with myself, like it's easy for me to spot people that are not for me, that don't really fuck with me, because I am completely who I am. You get what I'm saying? Like, what you see is what you get. And when you are that way, you're going to find your people. You're going to find them.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was going to rebuttal to that, but
go ahead.
I'm saying that's fine for you. You get what I'm saying? Me, or somebody else might be how they vet other women. Maybe they had bad experiences with women where they didn't ask the right questions, and now they spun them down this whole rabbit hole and X, Y, and Z. So now moving forward, I need to know what type of woman you are. So let me ask you the question. That might be vetting for me. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's he's red pill or he don't respect women. Like, yo, maybe he do respect women. He just want to see if you respect yourself enough to answer the question appropriately to his satisfaction. Like, you know what I mean?
Vetting, it comes in different forms. You know what I'm saying? That's your form of vetting. Questions might be somebody else's form of vetting, you know what I'm saying? So it just depends on what works for you. Okay. What you gonna say, Rich?
I was gonna say that as you guys were speaking about what do you call it or whatnot, when I started dating her, she actually brought up this whole thing of representatives, because that's what it is. When you present something that's not who it is, it's a representative. And I feel as though that's something that people do in every relationship, in all honesty. The degree of what level of representative you show,
are we going?
That it can affect that.
It varies.
It varies. You know what I mean? But for your question about the disconnect between men and women, I think the disconnect between men and women is not understanding each other's plight, like what we go through, and not taking the time to understand what we go through on the opposite sex. You know, because without understanding each other, it's what leads and. It's not. I'm not even blaming somebody for not understanding, because we all going through our own shit. Right. You know what I mean? Because we're going through our own shit, we don't have the time to understand. This is why this man, like he said, he's asking these certain questions because he doesn't want to have to deal with figuring out that you were given a representative. I want to know right then and there. You said that you've had enough experience to peep if somebody's giving you a representative. I will say, as much experience as you have with that, there's plenty of niggas that will fool you.
Yeah, I'm not saying
okay, all right.
I won't get fooled or it can't happen.
Okay.
What I am saying is that a lot of experiences that women had, it can't be mine. I wouldn't be able to relate to it because of the way that, you know, how I move and the type of, I don't ask those things, like, you get what I'm saying? So to each his own.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Just to add like a new perspective to that question. Also, I feel like, because I'm newly single, right? And I've recently separated from my partner, right? What I'm noticing now is, like, now that I'm separated, I'm on my own, I'm like Miss Independent, right? So it's like,
you're an adult.
Right. So it's like, before I had that security, but now I got to make sure things get done. I don't have that blanket to fall back on, right? So I feel like with the disconnection that I'm seeing right now with myself, with, you know, dating, is that it's hard for me to let that up. That independence, like, you know, that black man, he wants you to, you know, be submissive. He wants to be the leader, but it's like, I'm not willing to give that. Like, I'm not willing to allow you to lead me. Like, you really have to show me.
And then what way though?
Like, was you know, like,
you that in your last relationship?
What, like a leader?
Submissive?
Was it?
Huh?
She gotta ask.
Yeah, if you gotta ask, the answer is clearly no. I mean,
I feel like he had to lead me with certain things, like, because I feel like one person can't only be a leader. You're not an expert in everything, right? There's some things that I may be an expert in, and he may feel comfortable with me leading, and then, you know, vice versa. I led that shit, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I did.
See, that's what makes it tough, and this is why I think it's hard. Like Rich said, we have different plights, and we're not understanding each other. So on your end, you're saying most women like you say that they want a traditional man. They want the provider man. They want the man to pay all the bills and stuff like that. No, I'm just saying in general. Like, that's what most women, 80% of women, if you ask them, if they want to stay the same, they always say down with the patriarchy, but then they want patriarchal.
That's not what you said, though.
Is it? Y'all hearing something else?
It's adjacent.
You say you want to live your soft life.
Right. I do want to live a soft life. Right. I don't want to have to be out here.
So that's what he said.
2 jobs.
I guess. Let me own it.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, we keep holding men to their traditional gender roles, even though women keep saying down with the patriarchy and patriarchy, we need to dismantle the patriarchy, but we keep holding men up to their traditional gender roles. But then on the other end, the men are not getting rewarded by the same traditional women. Like, the women don't want to be feminine, they don't want to be soft, they don't want to be submissive, they don't want to do this, they want to fight them, they feel like they want to be the leaders as well. So it's like, men are looking back like, damn, like, we're not getting the same treatment or the same type of the quality of women that our grandfather was getting, our great grandfather was getting, because now they want to compete with us. So it's like, that's what the disconnect I think is happening, like, you know.
But I don't think it's that, like, I'm trying to compete, but would I be a good woman if I allowed you to go down a wormhole that I know is like not the best way? Like, that's not me competing with you. That's me just showing up and, you know, giving my feedback. Because as a woman, like, I want to make sure if my man came home from work and working 12 hours a day, the house is clean, you have cooked food. Like, I want to make sure that when you come home, all you got to do is unpack.
You feel like that, but do you feel like that every day? Because you have to work every day.
Because that's my love language, right? But then you have the man say, I don't need you to cook for me every day. I could feed myself. So it's like...
So that's what I'm saying. Y'all want this hypothetical man that's going to pay all the bills and then still not want you to do anything. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That was your last relationship?
Yes, but he said that. He said, I don't need you to do all those things for me.
Can I ask why it didn't work?
Huh?
Can I ask why it didn't work?
I think it just was like the love was just not there. At the end of the day, like,
on whose side?
I feel like maybe I may have let go.
Okay.
I would let go a lot sooner. But I feel like I was just not able. I just didn't want to bend.
I don't understand how you wanted you to have 3 or 4 jobs, but then he telling you ain't got to cook and clean and stuff like that. Like,
you were saying that you was dependent on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
because
wait, when you say dependent, what you talking about?
Because you said now that you're single, you don't have that
no, like that security.
That security, right?
Because you have a partner. The same way, like if something goes wrong with me, I'm his security blanket. He could always come to me.
Also, it's vice versa.
Yes, like he could always. It's like if something go wrong for me, I gotta make it up. If I need to vent, or you know, who am I venting to? Who do I feel safe enough to really be vulnerable?
Okay.
So when I say like dependent on him, like
So
I don't have that.
You had like a 50-50 relationship.
No 50-50. It just made sense. Like 50-50 looks different for everyone in their relationship, right? And it doesn't only mean financial. I'm talking about like different aspects of 50-50,
right.
Like, you know, whatever you want to call it. But it was, well, I guess you could say it was 50-50 then.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
50-50. I feel like.
Well, we're not only talking about finances. We're talking about
it's
right.
very transactional. Expecting someone to give you 50-50 is not realistic. I'm 80-20. You get what I'm saying? Or just knowing who you. Yes, because not all of.
Wait. What you mean you 80-20?
No, I get it because every day you're not gonna have 50-50.
I want to hear. I want to hear what you mean by 80-20.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So realistically, every day I cannot commit to meeting you halfway. There are some days that I may fall short.
Yeah.
Then there's some days that I'm going to go above and beyond. Yeah.
Right.
So 50-50 to me is very transactional. You get what I'm saying? It's like forcing me to meet you at a place that I may not be able to meet you. And that is like maybe will cause some type of resentment or a struggle.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's very important for you to understand where I'm at without me having to explain that. 80-20, 10-30, like it, you get what I'm saying? Like it varies. Now, consistency is key. I'm not going to say that it's 30 days in a month. You're not going to get 20% of me out of 25 of those days. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure that I'm fair because that's the type of person I am, but I'm also realistic. And 50-50 to me, I don't agree with that.
Here we tend to go with the 100-100 in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? That way, if you lacking some days, I pick it up. If I'm lacking some days, you pick it up. You know what I'm saying? And that goes across the board. It could be financially, it could be emotionally, whatever. You know what I mean? It depends on what that relationship needs at that time. You know what I'm saying? What was the question again?
With the disconnect between black
The disconnect.
Right. Oh, you wanted to say something real quick, right?
No, I like that. I like that 100-100 thing because I was just to be short and quick. It's like me and my shorty, the 100.
First of all, fiance.
Me and my fiance.
There we go. Like,
fiance.
I got you. Don't you know what I mean? Like, nothing else over here, man.
Yes.
No more spilling over here, man. What's wrong with you, man?
Thank you, Eli.
I got you.
I'm just so used to saying shorty, but me and my fiance, I would say we are 100, 50-50 when it comes to bills, when it comes to just household chores, whatever.
Shout out to her.
And yeah, shout out to her. I lucked out.
She Beijing, by the way.
I lucked out. And it's like, I just feel like it's less about numbers and more of a mindset.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like since you brought up mindsets and all that, it's really like, bro, it's like people hate to use the word partnership and all that, but like,
why you
It is.
that?
no, some people do
who is people? Like,
a lot of people don't like. It's not a partnership. It's a union or whatever it may be. Some people.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I'm just saying how people will try to like. I'm lucky in the sense that I don't have a partner who views it as, no, my man has to do this and it's only on him to do this. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like that at all. And I think that I think people would have a lot happier relationships if everybody had that mindset. It's like, oh, rent is $1,000, $500 for you, $500 for me. Hey, babe, I can't do $500 this month. Don't worry, I got you. You know what I mean?
That's partnership.
Make sure you pay me back next month, though.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just saying, like,
First of all, they're gonna call you sassy for saying that.
I don't give a fuck.
Like, expecting your woman to give you back, pay you back.
The thing is, when I said pay me back, I'm talking about both sides. Like you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about both sides. You don't have to have her engaged, because a lot of times when you say you're gonna pay somebody back, especially between me and her, it's like you cover it in something else. It's like, oh, well, you ain't never give me this money. You pay for this dinner type shit. Like, whatever it may be. Like, you know what I mean? I think people try to put too many rules on stuff in their relationship, and that's why people don't end up happy. Like, I don't care if somebody call me sassy. I don't care if somebody how much does your opinion matter in my life? It don't. Just saying.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Valid part. Yeah, I think the solution is, like I was actually talking to my mom about this actually, because she's married, but she be watching the show just to support or whatever the case is.
Answer the question first though.
No. I'm saying, I thought I answered it before. I didn't.
The disconnect?
What's the big?
I was saying the disconnect because of the gender.
You agree with the plight?
Yeah, with the gender roles and stuff like that. Right. So now I'm saying, like, I think the solution is that I think people are getting tired of the gender wars conversation. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it's just both parties expressing their frustrations, and it's like siblings. Like, sometimes you might say the worst of the worst to your siblings, and y'all gonna fight and bump heads. But once y'all get it out, then y'all gonna come to some type of reconciliation for the most part. Not in the Keem situation is different. Like, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I think we get to the part where everybody's releasing their frustrations on both sides.
Right.
And then once we get rid of all the frustrations, then I think everybody's gonna, at some point, we're gonna have to realize, we gotta fix this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Understanding each other's plight.
Yeah, like we have to fix this shit. Like, because if not, we're gonna continue to have destruction in our community. We're gonna continue to let the YNs run the community. We're gonna continue to let that culture run the community. And we're gonna keep continuing the nuclear. We don't have nuclear families no more. We don't got the communities like we used to have no more. So at some point, we're gonna have to look in the mirror, both black men and black women, and be like, we gotta fix this shit. Like, you know what I mean? So
Me personally, I think the biggest disconnect is the healing in our community. You know what I'm saying? I think people are not taking the time to heal before they get in relationships. And they say hurt people hurt people.
Yep.
You get in relationships and you're hurting the one that you in a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? So I think people need to take the time to heal themselves before they get in relationships. Because it's a lot of trauma that we go through, especially in the black community. Even when she was talking about earlier with how his mom talking about, she used to do everything. You can't expect your woman to do everything, especially when she giving life. She bringing life into this world, you know what I mean? And what's it? Maternity leave is like 3 months or something. Like, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's
6 to 8 weeks, maybe 9.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? To think your woman could carry a life for 9 months and then go back to work in a month and a half. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You really gotta heal and stop expecting your parents from your spouse. Like, even with women, they dads. Oh, my dad did this. My grandfather did this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to hear that. Like, we in a different time. Is different problems, different issues that we facing. You gotta meet your partner where they at and give a.
I never understood that. My grandfather, my great bro, they worked factory jobs, like no college degree, they worked a post office job and had 3 they were supporting 3 families. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear none of that. Like, you know what I mean? So, and I do think too, we pedestalize like all these relationships that we see on TV. Yeah. So we not understanding that most people in the world, they cooperate with each other as far as family, like the husband and, like, you know what I mean? And even if the man is taking care of all the bills, they live a certain lifestyle. She's not getting a Louis bag and a vacation. Right, right. They might have to move somewhere else. So again, we have this mentality in our community that we have to live like the Joneses. So not only do he has to pay for everything, he also got to take me on vacations. He also got to buy me these luxurious goods whenever I want. He got to get my hair done, my nails done, everything did. Like, so that's a lot of pressure we're putting on to men. That's unrealistic. Like, you know, only the top 10, maybe less than 10% of men can actually afford that lifestyle. So, you know, so if you want to stay at home or you want all your bills paid, maybe we'll have the conversation. Listen, we might have to move outside of New York. Like, if you want that lifestyle, we might have to move somewhere else where it's more affordable for us to have that. And if you're not willing to compromise, or you feel like, oh, I can't leave New York, or like my lifestyle, I want a Beamer and a Bentley and all this other stuff, then you're not trying to build longevity, like, or a generational wealth. Like, you looking to just get pampered. You looking for a father at this point. Sometimes a lot of women, they sound like they want a father. They don't want a man. They want a father. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. So this next topic, I do want to get to last one, because, you know, we gotta get up out of here. Then we got a couple of good ones, man.
Shout outs to me.
Any, mini, money, mo.
Any particular topic y'all are passionate about that y'all want?
I mean, you could pick one of your questions.
Will we have a better society if we prioritize feelings over logic, or logic over feelings? And first of all, I don't want to plug the merch, but, you know, make sure y'all cop them. You know what I'm saying? Like, logic over feelings.
I'm gonna do exactly what the shirt say, and I'm gonna do logic over feelings. And the reason being is because feelings change. For a fact, feelings change. You get what I'm saying? Feelings are situational. Whereas logic, especially if you have enough sense, then that's going to be more of a sure route.
For sure.
I feel like we need both. I don't feel like it should be
Y'all very different people, for sure. Though. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all very different
Gemini
people.
in the house. I feel like we need both.
Okay.
You need to be able to feel, and you need to be able to think things through.
Okay.
You need to have a balance. I feel like going to either extreme is going to create a cold place. You know, you have to be able to be somewhere in the middle.
I agree with her 100%. And me and you talk left-leaning, right-leaning politics sometimes and whatnot, and I think it kind of connects to that. Conservative Party is more known to be more logical, less emotional, whatnot, but it tends to be very cold. It tends to be very exclusionary. You know what I mean? Like and I think I agree. I'm gonna just keep it simple. I agree. I think there needs to be a balance, because if you're not making decisions with any emotion involved, because logically, we wouldn't have disabled people in countries. We'd get rid of them. We logically,
with purpose.
Yeah, we'd get rid of a lot of shit logically. You know what I mean? Let's just be real. So without emotion, it's a very cold place. It may be very efficient. Maybe very efficient. Yeah. But it's cold. That's all. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay, fair.
That's a great point. Go ahead.
I definitely agree. I think sometimes when you have one that leans more towards the other, like right now, I think because in our community, specifically the Black community, I think we have much more of a patriarchal community.
Black people?
Black people, yeah, we for 100% patriarchal.
Black people have historically been known to be matriarchal. But I'm gonna let you finish. I apologize.
No, my fault. My fault. Matriarchal.
Okay.
My fault.
I'm about to say it.
I was about to say what?
My fault. That's.
I was trying to see where you going with it.
Yeah, my fault. Matriarchal. You're right. So so I think when we have the matriarchal, we tend to think more things with our feelings, and it might not be the best conclusion because we are thinking with our feelings instead of, let's take a time back, let's step back and think much more logically. And I do think there needs to be a balance. But when you have one more of the other, I agree with when you much more logic, then you don't have that place for feelings. This is why the masculine and the feminine is perfectly balanced with each other, because the feminine might make you think about things in a more in a way that you didn't think about because you're too calculated with your response, and you might not think about that disabled person. You might be like, yo, fuck that disabled person. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, unless you're the military,
space.
But you know what I mean? But again, if you was in the military, if you were a leader of a country, you're going to have to think more logically, because those are the people on the front lines. You can't think with your feelings. Like, everybody's included. Like, we got to win this motherfucking war. So, like, you got to sit on the sidelines, my boy. So, I think there definitely is a place for both. But when you have one that's overpowering the other, you don't have that perfect harmony, and then that's when the communities can start to go in disarray. And
or overcorrect.
It starts to overcorrect. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Kind of took my point. I ain't gonna
I don't know why you had me go. Like, you just went. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because you was going last time. So I'm like, go ahead, man.
You agree.
Yeah, I agree, man. But it's funny because when I heard this topic, I'm like, logic, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you have feelings involved in that?
That makes sense. With
if you didn't bring that, if you bring that disabled shit up,
you really changed my perspective with that shit. Cause I'm like, all right, this brings me to a scene in Batman. You know what I'm saying? All right.
I love that.
Hear me out.
The series or the movie?
Nah, the movie.
Okay.
So they got two boats. Know what I mean? The Joker got bombs on the boat. Know what I mean? And it's like, if they're saying he's saying if one boat blow up, the other boat before this one does, I won't blow up both boats. You know what I'm saying? So in this thing, the logical thing is blow up the other boat. You know what I'm saying?
Blow up the boat with the criminals and not the one with the.
Oh yeah. One boat had criminals and one boat had
innocent people.
Regular innocent. Okay. Right? So logical thing is blow up the boat with the criminals, right? But the feeling was it's good people on both boats. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So they just let it rock, and then in the end it came out. Nobody blew up anybody. You know what I'm saying? But I was thinking, I'm like, damn. If I'm on this phone,
he sees the light.
Blow the what the fuck are we talking about?
Saying, like, why?
You would be the one.
But
be the one.
If you remember that movie, the main criminal that was stopping everybody, all the criminals from blowing up the boat, he understood. Like, yo, the life that we live, like, we gonna kill innocent people so that we can survive. And that emotion that came into it. You see what I'm saying? Not because logic is gonna be.
Hey, I'm not trying to die. I mean, logic. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree that it should be some feeling involved in logic. However, I do agree. I do say that logic should rule most of it. It might be 80-20 when it comes to logic.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
80-20. I agree.
Throw a little bit of emotion.
A little sprinkle. Give me a little sprinkle. Give me a little bit of that.
Basically, we just broke down the recipe for making great decisions.
There you go. 80% logic, 20% feeling. Let's go.
Got to put on a shirt.
Just wrote the recipe. Hold on. Taste my swag.
Shit sound like the Powerpuff Girls. Like, oh, damn. We got
A little bit of this.
shit like the Powerpuff Girls recipe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. If y'all watching this on Patreon, we appreciate the support. Y'all got this episode way before it got to the public. Y'all watching this on any other platform. Look, link in the description. Join the Patreon. Y'all could have got this episode early before the public. Cop the merch. Logic. We were just talking about logical feelings. We might have to make a new shirt. You know what I mean? 20% logic, 80% logic, 20% feelings. We got to make the Powerpuff Girls meme with Professor X. Like, I'm telling you, like, you know what I mean? Yo, we see.
Sometimes y'all need good females to come put us together. That's what we do. We put the little razzle dazzle on the top.
That was 20?
Make it greater.
Appreciate y'all.
We see you guys on the next one.
Yo, you ready? You know what I mean?
Thanks for having us.
Yes, appreciate it.